Stephanie Clark, and I'm the CEO of Amirah. I want to thank you so much for being a part of these 10 Days of Hope. And today we're closing out our 10 Days of Hope by talking about what it is like to actually come and get access to services that will help to restore your life. Every potential woman that wants to come into one of our programs, whether that's our outreach program or our residential program, is going to somehow start off by reaching out to me. That might be through a referral partner. Maybe they are connected with a case manager out in a hospital, or a case manager in a correctional facility, or they're at another type of shelter and they're working with somebody. Maybe they are on their own and they are Googling and searching for something and they came across our website and reached out. Maybe they are part of one of our partnerships out there in throughout all of New England and throughout all of America, and they found out about us through one of those partnerships and they're reaching out. Either way though, they reach out and they connect directly to me. And I have so many stories from these connections. And honestly, I wish that most of these connections I was able to tell you some great, amazing thing happened and we were able to bring them into one of our safe homes or help them get into our outreach program and everything's totally fine. But the reality is the numbers are against us. We get on average 5 to 7 inquiries every single week. And the fact of the matter is we simply don't have the resources to help every single woman that is reaching out. The truth is that these women are reaching out and they have been through so much, even in places that are supposed to be helping them in that moment. In fact, just this past month, I got a phone call from a social worker that was working with 2 women. They were connected, they were family members connected together, and they both had been trafficked. And they were at some shelter and they were stuck at this shelter and they were looking to get out of it because somebody at this shelter had sexually abused them. So this is not a safe space for them any longer, and they wanted to be able to get out to find a new place to go. And through tears, this caseworker let me know that the shelter really hadn't done anything about this and that the person that abused them was still in the shelter with them. And so it just was a situation where utter complete trust is gone. They are not safe at all. And I wish that I was able to tell you, well, we were able to bring them in right away and help them out, but we didn't have an opening. And so all I could do is point her to more resources where she might be able to reach out to more people and hopefully get access to more services for these women, so that way they could be set up in a place that is going to keep them physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually safe. That is what we could do in that moment. The truth is, in most of the time, I'm doing those stories because we simply don't have enough yet. And I say yet because we do have big dreams and we do have big hopes that we would be able to reach more women and give them access to the right resources in that moment, whether that be a connection with a mentor who can sit with them and hear their pain, identify with them, and walk them through the appropriate steps that they might need to take in order to find correct housing and safety, and even being set up with a therapist or a case manager or somebody that's going to take it to the next level for them to get them access to more resources. This is happening right now in our Community Resource Center in Lynn, where we are meeting with women every single week. And in fact, we are quickly reaching the capacity hours that we can do in that space. This is happening every single week in our safe homes, both in the greater Hartford area of Connecticut and in the North Shore of Boston, where women are coming from places into a place of safety, into a place where healing is being given as a chance. And we are seeing some pretty incredible things happen. Women are connecting with trauma-informed, trained therapists out in the community. They are taking the steps they need to do some deep emotional work. Women are connecting with doctors who they haven't seen for quite some time and getting physical help that they need, medical help that they need. Women are connecting with amazing people out in the community that are looking to hire them, not exploit them, giving them a chance to restore their vocational recovery. Women are connecting with amazing volunteers that are treating them like human beings, offering them dignity and respect, and laughing with them, enjoying a meal with them, and transporting them to all the appointments that they have because they are so incredibly busy. Women are connecting with the staff in these homes, both allies and survivor sisters alike, and they are learning what it means to trust, which can take a long time. It's a building process, these things. So while that is a hopeful thing that we get to do, I'm going to be honest, the reality is more times than not, I'm saying, I'm so sorry, we don't have an opening right now. And so what I am hoping for is that you will give today, so that way in 2022, we can continue to reach more. We would love to expand our outreach services because we know that if we can just get connected with them in the communities that they are at, we can begin that process of what does safety look like for them, helping them find new resources, not in places where they're being exploited or abused, but helping them exit out of those places. We would love to expand our education program because that shelter that these two women were at and potentially still are at, where they were abused and the abuser is still there, that shelter needs to be trained. That shelter needs education around what trauma is, around protection for those that have been abused, and around proper protocols. And we've got some pretty amazing experts on staff that are trained to do those things. So our education program is meant for those services that are out there that are working just alongside with us, that we could bring them up to the level that they need to be. And so we would love to expand that. We have some pretty big goals because we have pretty big hope. And that hope exists because of you. So I want to invite you today to just take a moment and think about that. What could I do today to provide hope? Is there something that I could sacrifice? Maybe it is a coffee a week. And instead, I use that money and become a monthly donor, a hope partner for that same amount. Maybe it is taking something larger. Maybe you're out there and you've given consistently $1,000 every single year. Is this the year that you should give $5,000? I don't know. Maybe it is. Because I can promise you the need is so great. And I can promise you that we are ready to meet that need. So I encourage you to be a part of that saying that we say all the time, that hope lives here. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, for giving hope, and for being a part of the stories of so many women that we get to support. I appreciate you, we appreciate you, and thank you for celebrating 10 amazing years with us.